This episode has been brought to you by CompleteNutra.com, whole family nutrition.
It's like the surface stuff I did for 30 years of my life. I didn't even realize necessarily I was doing it. I didn't know how to go deep. I mean, maybe 20 years. I mean, when I first met you, we started going deep. And it was lot. It was really a lot of fun just really digging in. Remember that? The coffee shop, Extreme Bean in Tempe.
That's right, man. Four Peaks.
Oh, Four Peaks. Yeah, we had those discussions over beers. That was so great. Oh my gosh.
The kilt lifter.
Yeah. But
I think we need to be willing to ask the tough questions.
Yeah.
We do all sorts of physical analysis. We need to be willing to do some spiritual analysis. And the good news is that there are answers to our brokenness. There's the answer. Jesus says, "I'm the way, the truth, and the life." Mm-hmm. And so if you want that life, that okayness, that sense of shalom, peace, and the rest deep down in your soul that allows you to flourish in every other way in your life, you're only going to find it in Him, in my view.
Yeah, I remember you saying once, any question you could even think of asking has already been asked and answered many times.
Yeah.
So you can get the answer.
It's really true.
Yeah. That's amazing. Thank you so much, John. This was awesome. I think that I hope that everybody watching feels a little bit enlightened about who the person of Jesus is. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below, because I really want to see what you guys think about this topic. I know this is a tough topic to talk about in the world today because there's so many views on religion, spirituality, and this is not to condemn anybody here. This is just to deepen your experience and your knowledge about there are a lot of people that believe in Jesus. And it's like when you ask yourself why that is, it's because once you really dig in and spend the work about asking the questions, it's not disprovable. I think many people have tried to disprove it. So just dig in for yourself, but this is certainly not to condemn. This is just to open your eyes on some deep thoughts and questions. Yeah. And that's what this is about.
Yeah. And it's okay not to have all the answers.
That's a really good thing to point out, John, because I think for me in my past, maybe even now, it's really hard to be able to not have the answers. I mean, maybe any people have a little bit of OCD or something, it's like we're always trying to figure things out. And this is one also practical things about knowing that I'm not God, knowing that God's got it. I don't have to know everything anymore. All I have to do is move forward every day with love, loving people, loving myself, and understanding that I was created with a unique purpose, as were you, to accomplish. This is the cool thing about Jesus too. One with everything, one with nothing, like Buddhism and Hinduism, isn't my bag, baby, because you know what? Jesus said, you are unique. You are not like anybody else. You're created with a unique fingerprint that's different. So there's a passion that God put inside you that you can unlock. But if we just have to really put our priorities in order and get that vertical relationship opened, at least the communication opened, and find someone else who you can talk to about this. Because I think finding a person who understands who Jesus of the Bible was can be like confession. You can find a pastor or a priest, but if you find a friend who knows Jesus, I think sometimes that can also be confession. What do you think about that, John?
It depends what you mean by confession, right?
That's true.
I love what you're saying about one interesting way to look at it might be to set spiritual goals, like you set physical goals.
I like that. What does that look like?
Well, for example, I think you've already hit on it, Dave, is stick with the red letters and discover who Jesus is.
Yeah.
If you haven't spent any time really reading what Jesus said, then how can you have an opinion about him that's anything beyond just kind of what other people have told you kind of pieced together?
Yeah.
So maybe a spiritual goal for the next month or two is to read through the red letters in the New Testament.
That's an excellent first step.
John. And then begin to ask, maybe another goal would be to begin to explore, who did Jesus claim to be? Who did he say he was? And look through and see all the times he makes a claim about himself. Yeah. Maybe pick up a book or two on these things. You know, obviously I'm biased toward Firesong.
Yes. Right? Definitely. Go to Amazon. You guys can pick it up. It's a great book. The other thing that you have is Theo Talk. There's a whole series you guys can check out. Actually, the book is here, Theo Talk, Who is Jesus? You can get this on Amazon right now, and you can also go to YouTube and you can watch the entire series of this book. Now, this is a workbook, so you can really get a lot out of it, but this is on Amazon.
Yeah. Wish you had a copy of the book there.
I do. I don't have a copy of Firesong, unfortunately. I got to get one. But
yeah. So I'm going to send you, I'm working on 2, and we're going to send you all my edits for that book you just held up, because I've now tested it through with disciples, and man,
cool.
it has been hardcore powerful.
Oh, awesome. So, excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, John. I love you, bro.
I love you too, man. It's good to see you. You're looking really sexy.
Thanks. I've been walking every day doing the Nutra Challenge.
You look great, dude. You really genuinely look good.
Thank you.
I'm glad I started hot yoga again.
Yeah.
Stay up with you. Now I can get Marty to do my hair.
Exactly. I got a great hairstylist.
Does your hair. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's my roommate, so it's easy for me to get a haircut during COVID-19.
Nice. Yeah, it hasn't been easy. Melissa cut my hair last.
Nice. Oh. When I was younger, my mom would cut my hair, and I do remember one time she cut my ear. It was a nice chunk out of it.
Seriously, dude, that's awful.
She's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "What happened?" The blood dripping down my ear. I'm like, but you know what? I didn't learn because I was a kid, so we just kept doing it. She learned. I know. She just didn't cut my ear again.
She pulled a Mike Tyson on you.
Yeah, exactly. She just didn't bite it off.
I'm glad that you're spending time in the Sermon on the Mount, Dave, and I think, Jesus does. I like your tether language. I think. Really make that true, my friend. Make him your tether and allow him to be your tether. But sometimes a tether really jerks you up short, too. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you need a little bit of a jerk. But I think it's really because the darkness is so vast. And when you start, I like to explore, like I said, life in general. But the darkness is everywhere. And then
and subtle.
When you start scratching on it, especially in Hollywood, like trying to make movies, there's a lot of darkness that's hidden, and so it starts seeming, after a while, it all seems normal. It's like I kind of fall into the rhythm of being programmed by whatever I'm around in the moment, and it's like I do need that snap myself back into gear, and then I need to like do this a little bit, which means, and the practical way to do that, you're right, practice. It's daily practice of the red letters. It's taking the Bible, shrinking it down to such a manageable size, where it's just the New Testament, red letters, words of Jesus, and it's like it feels like a manual. This was great, bro.
I want to encourage you to do one more thing.
Okay.
So I have this series in Matthew. You'll find it at citychurchboise.com. I did a whole series on the Sermon on the Mount.
Oh, okay.
It's
I'll link that up to this episode.
20 or 25 sermons. I mean.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm just listen through those.
Dive in, bro, and let's start talking about it.
Okay. I'm in, because the Sermon on the Mount, I need to, just like a good coach would tell you, practice the fundamentals over and over if you want to get good.
Hey, buddy, I love you. I'll see you soon.
Love you too, bro. Later.
Thank you for joining us for the Healthy and Family Show. Visit our website at healthyandfamily.com. That's healthyandfamily.com to see what all the other doctors, experts, and real moms have to say about keeping your whole family healthy. This episode has been brought to you by CompleteNutra.com, Whole Family Nutrition, and aired on the Goldstone Network. People, Planet, Future.